Chatral Rinpoche, A Life of Devotion by H.G.FASS. Introduction. Chatral Rinpoche, born in 1913 in Nangchen, located in eastern Kham, Tibet. He was one of the most revered spiritual leaders of the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism. His long life spanned over a century of political upheaval, social change, and spiritual transformation in Tibet. Renowned for his deep compassion, profound wisdom, and uncompromising ascetic lifestyle, Chatral Rinpoche embodies the pure essence of Tibetan Buddhism's commitment to non-harm, ahimsa, particularly against the backdrop of ethical consumption of meat and the treatment of animals. This essay explores his life, teachings, and specific views on the ethical implications of eating meat, underscoring the significance of his perspective for contemporary Buddhist practitioners. Historical context. The Nyingma school, one of the four major schools of Tibetan Buddhism, is recognized for its rich history, distinct teachings, and unique practices. It is rooted in the early transmission of Buddhist teachings to Tibet after the arrival of Padmasambhava, Guru Rinpoche, in the 8th century. The Nyingma tradition emphasizes the integration of both exoteric and esoteric teachings, employing a vast array of practices aimed at achieving enlightenment. This essay will explore the foundational aspects of the Nyingma school, its distinguishing characteristics, and its relation to the broader context of Vajrayana Buddhism. The origins of the Nyingma school can be traced back to the treasures, terma, revealed by various tertons, treasure revealers, who claim to uncover teachings hidden by Padmasambhava and his consort, Yeshe Tsogyal. These texts are believed to contain essential teachings that are particularly suited for modern practitioners, offering paths to enlightenment that resonate with problems of contemporary life. Nyingma recognizes the significance of oral transmission and teachings that predate the codification of texts, emphasizing a lived, experiential understanding of Buddhist principles. What sets the Nyingma school apart from other Tibetan Buddhist traditions is its emphasis on the practice of Dzogchen, or the Great Perfection, which is a central teaching aimed at realizing the clear, innate nature of mind. Dzogchen is considered a direct path to enlightenment, focusing on the natural, unadulterated state of awareness and presence, transcending conventional practices and even sutra teachings. Additionally, the Nyingma tradition places significant importance on both the historical and hagiographical aspects of its founding figures, especially Padmasambhava, whose life and teachings are essential narratives within the school. This connection creates a distinct identity, characterized by a rich pantheon of deities and a comprehensive system of spiritual practices called sadhanas. In contrast to the other Tibetan Buddhist schools, such as the Gelug, Sakya, and Kagyu, which can tend to focus more on formal monastic discipline and philosophical debate structures, the Nyingma school emphasizes direct personal experience and the spontaneous expression of wisdom. This experiential aspect attracts various practitioners, including those who may not fit into traditional monastic structures. The Nyingma school is a vital part of the Vajrayana tradition, which represents the diamond vehicle of Buddhism. Vajrayana is characterized by its esoteric teachings, rituals, and practices that leverage the sensual and material aspects of existence as pathways to realization. From a religious perspective, Vajrayana is unique due to its emphasis on the transformative nature of desire, enjoyment, and the sacredness of the mundane. One of the hallmark features of Vajrayana is the use of mantras, mudras, hand gestures, and elaborate visualizations within rituals aimed at accessing deeper states of consciousness. The practice transcends traditional paths of ethics and meditation, recognizing the potency of direct experience in realizing enlightenment. Practitioners often engage in deity yoga, which involves identifying with a chosen deity to embody their qualities and gain insight into the nature of reality. Vajrayana also incorporates a rich system of teacher-student relationships known as the Samaya, which emphasizes the importance of guidance on the path to enlightenment. The teacher, Lama, acts as a crucial intermediary, providing essential teachings and transmitting empowerments that are vital for undertaking advanced practices. The Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism stands as a unique and integral part of the Tibetan Buddhist landscape. Its emphasis on the teachings of Dzogchen, historical figures like Padmasambhava, and a commitment to both male and female principles of knowledge sets it apart from other schools. As part of Vajrayana Buddhism, the Nyingma tradition highlights the transformative power of rituals, mantras, and teacher-student relationships, affirming that the journey toward enlightenment is both profound and attainable. Through its distinctive approaches and rich teachings, the Nyingma school continues to offer insights and practices that resonate with contemporary spiritual seekers, fostering a deeper understanding of the path to liberation. Chatral Rinpoche, also known as Chatral Sangye Dorje, was recognized as a tulku and was believed to be the incarnation of the first Chatral Rinpoche. His primary teachers were Khenpo Ngawang Pelzang, Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, and Pema Khandro. In addition to these prominent figures, Chatral Rinpoche received teachings and transmissions from many other great masters of his time, which helped shape his understanding and practice of the Dharma. He is known for his deep commitment to the practices of the Nyingma lineage and for upholding the teachings and traditions passed down from his teachers. He devoted himself to solitary meditation, which further solidified his reputation as a master of both the philosophical and practical aspects of the Buddhist path. He undertook long retreats in remote caves and hermitages, immersing himself in the practices of calm abiding, Shamata, and insight, Vipashana. These retreats often lasted several years, where he engaged in rigorous meditation, study, and contemplation. Shamata meditation, often translated as calm abiding, is a foundational practice within various Buddhist traditions, particularly prominent in Tibetan Buddhism. It aims to cultivate a state of mental tranquility and focus, allowing practitioners to stabilize their minds by developing concentration, samadhi. The practice involves selecting an object of meditation, which could be the breath, a visual object, or a mantra, and gently directing the mind toward this focal point. Through consistent practice, one learns to rest in this focused state, reducing mental distractions and creating an internal environment conducive to deeper contemplation. The process typically unfolds through graduated stages, guiding the meditator from a state of gross distraction toward increasingly subtle levels of focused awareness. Scholarly texts emphasize that Shamata serves as a prerequisite for advanced practices such as insight meditation, Vipashana, as it cultivates both serenity and the stability of mind necessary to explore the nature of reality. The significance of Shamata extends beyond mere concentration. It fosters a profound inner sense of peace and equanimity that can transform one's relationship to thoughts and emotions. As one develops the ability to remain steadfast amidst the fluctuations of the mind, the practitioner begins to witness the transient nature of thoughts and experiences, enabling a shift in perspective that aligns with Buddhist teachings on impermanence and non-attachment. Moreover, Shamata meditation is often accompanied by ethical considerations, as a calm and disciplined mind supports the cultivation of wholesome qualities such as compassion and wisdom. Scholars argue that the dual development of Shamata and insight meditation together forms a holistic path toward enlightenment, where the insights gained through Vipashana are grounded in the stable and peaceful presence cultivated through Shamata. This interplay between calmness and insight exemplifies the integrative approach of Buddhist practice, demonstrating how foundational mental training lays the groundwork for profound transformative experiences on the journey toward awakening. Vipashana meditation often translated as insight or clear seeing, is a central practice within the Buddhist tradition aimed at cultivating deep understanding of the nature of reality, particularly the concepts of impermanence, suffering, and non-self, anatta. Unlike Shamata meditation, which emphasizes calming and focusing the mind, Vipashana seeks to penetrate the surface of experience and uncover the underlying truths of existence. Practitioners typically engage in Vipashana after establishing a foundational level of concentration through Shamata. This practice involves observing thoughts, sensations, and emotions as they arise, developing an acute awareness of their transient nature. By maintaining an open and non-judgmental awareness, practitioners come to recognize the fleeting qualities of experiences and can thus cultivate a deeper insight into the impermanent and interdependent nature of all phenomena. Research into Vipashana has shown that this meditative approach not only promotes cognitive clarity and emotional resilience, but also facilitates transformative insights that can lead to a profound shift in one's understanding of self and reality. The practice often employs various techniques, such as focused attention on specific aspects of experience, or guided contemplation on core Buddhist principles, such as the Four Noble Truths. As insight deepens, practitioners may experience a reduction in attachment to self-concept and a greater realization of the interconnectedness of all beings. Scholarly discussions note that while Vipashana meditation can lead to heightened awareness and understanding, it also emphasizes the importance of ethical conduct, sila, and the cultivation of wholesome qualities such as compassion, karuna, and loving kindness, metta. Ultimately, Vipashana serves as a vital counterpart to Shamata, providing a pathway for transforming stabilized mindfulness into profound wisdom that recognizes and encompasses the full spectrum of existence, guiding practitioners toward liberation from suffering. Meditation in Tibetan Buddhism is not limited to formal practice. Teachings often encourage the integration of mindfulness into all aspects of life. The Buddha himself emphasized this when he said, "Just as a lotus flower grows from the mud and blooms in the air, so can we transform our lives through meditation." Central to Tibetan meditation practices is the cultivation of compassion and the altruistic intention of bodhicitta. Chatral Rinpoche himself exemplified this through his emphasis on the importance of compassion alongside meditation, underscoring that realization is incomplete without the wish to benefit all beings. Compassion and bodhicitta. Central to Tibetan meditation practices is the cultivation of compassion and the altruistic intention of bodhicitta. Chatral Rinpoche himself exemplified this through his emphasis on the importance of compassion alongside meditation, underscoring that realization is incomplete without the wish to benefit all beings. His commitment to solitary meditation was coupled with an ethos of simplicity and austerity. After the Chinese invasion of Tibet, he spent time in various refugee communities, continuing his practice. He taught that the power of meditation could lead to profound realizations, and that solitude is not only a means of personal development, but also essential for effective teaching. His contributions to Tibetan Buddhism are numerous. Chatral Rinpoche not only preserved and transmitted the teachings of the Nyingma tradition, but also emphasized the need for ethical living. He traversed the Tibetan landscapes, establishing monasteries and retreats, and his profound teachings were instrumental in revitalizing Tibetan Buddhism during challenging periods, especially following the Chinese invasion of Tibet in the 1950s. The essence of compassion in his teachings. Central to Chatral Rinpoche's philosophy is the concept of compassion, which he regarded as the essence of Buddhist practice. He taught that compassion must extend to all sentient beings, not just humans. This ethos reflects the foundational Buddhist principle of loving kindness, metta, and the altruistic motivation of bodhicitta, the wish to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. A quote often attributed to him illustrates this disposition. To be a true practitioner of the Dharma, one must cultivate the heart of compassion and extend it towards all sentient beings. This is the root of our practice. He believed that genuine compassion is the antidote to suffering and a vital component of enlightenment. The core of his teachings emphasizes that true practice requires not only intellectual understanding, but also embodying the principles of non-violence and compassion in daily actions. Chatral Rinpoche encouraged his students to engage in ethical conduct, which he saw as essential for spiritual growth and purification of the mind. Ethical perspective on eating meat. One of the most significant topics of Chatral Rinpoche's teachings is his perspective on meat consumption. He firmly believed that eating meat contradicts the fundamental principles of Buddhism, particularly the precept of non-harming, ahimsa. Rinpoche's view on vegetarianism stems from his understanding of interconnectedness and the cycle of suffering that all sentient beings experience. He often conveyed that consuming meat perpetuates the cycle of violence and fosters an attitude of indifference toward the suffering of animals. In his teachings, he is quoted saying the following: "When we consume the flesh of another being, we partake in their suffering. Each piece of meat on our plate is a testament to a life taken and grief inflicted. As long as there is life in this world, we must respect all beings. Eating meat shows a lack of compassion toward other sentient beings. By consuming the flesh of animals, we are perpetuating the cycle of violence and suffering. True compassion means refraining from harming other beings. For a true practitioner, the vow of non-violence extends to all living beings. Eating meat goes against the principles of loving kindness and compassion. As Buddhists, we should strive to lighten the burden of suffering in the world, and that includes our dietary choices. Refraining from meat is a way to embody compassion. Thus, he saw a direct, unequivocal correlation between ethical eating and living a life imbued with spiritual integrity. Chatral Rinpoche argued that eating meat has profound karmic consequences, resonating with the Buddhist belief that intentional actions lead to equal and like corresponding results. This notion of karma emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings and the moral responsibility individuals hold in their choices. In his teachings, he asserted, "What we consume affects our mind and spirit. By choosing a vegetarian path, we align our actions with our intentions of compassion and kindness." Scriptural underpinnings. Rinpoche's teachings find resonance in the wider corpus of Buddhist texts. The 5 precepts, fundamental moral guidelines for lay practitioners, explicitly include the avoidance of killing and taking life. Moreover, the Vinaya Pitaka, a collection of scriptures that guides monastic conduct, posits that monks and nuns should refrain from all killing and from causing harm to any beings, naturally extending to the consumption of animal products, which of necessity require these beings to suffer pain, bondage, deprivation, fear, and loss of life. Buddha's discourses illustrate a profound ethical consideration for living beings. In the Sutta Nipata, a collection of verses attributed to the Buddha, it states specifically, "All tremble at violence, all are afraid of death. Comparing others with oneself, one should neither kill nor cause to kill." This principle heavily influences the ethical discourse around vegetarianism within Buddhist circles, aligning directly with Chatral Rinpoche's perspective. By advocating for vegetarianism, Chatral Rinpoche was not merely just promoting a dietary choice, but was seeking to have his students engage in life choices and actions that are consistent with living authentically within Buddhist ethics. For Chatral Rinpoche, eating meat was totally inconsistent with Buddhism, especially in the modern age, where there are plenty of other healthy, nutritious food choices and options that do not involve visiting harm to animals. Legacy and modern implications. Chatral Rinpoche's life and teachings have left an indelible mark on contemporary Buddhism. His unwavering commitment to ethical living continues to inspire practitioners around the globe today to re-evaluate their dietary habits as a reflection of their spiritual commitments. In a modern context, where industrial practices often ignore animal welfare, Rinpoche's advocacy for compassion in action offers a direct counter-narrative to the prevalent norms of mass consumerism and industrial meat-eating consumption. Moreover, as the global conversation around ethical eating expands to include concerns about environmental sustainability and animal rights, Chatral Rinpoche's teachings remain profoundly relevant. His life exemplifies a holistic approach to spirituality that integrates compassion into every aspect of existence, urging practitioners to live mindfully and ethically. Conclusion. In summary, Chatral Rinpoche stands as a monumental figure in Tibetan Buddhism, an embodiment of compassion, ethical rigor, and spiritual wisdom. His teachings on the importance of non-violence, particularly concerning the consumption of meat, provide profound insights into the ethical dimensions of Buddhist practice. By advocating for a vegetarian lifestyle, he not only championed a dietary choice, but also encouraged a spiritual journey directly rooted in kindness and compassion. As practitioners continue to seek guidance in the complexities of modern life, Chatral Rinpoche's legacy serves as a crucial reminder of the ethical foundations upon which Buddhist practice is built. His life and teachings resonate as a beacon of compassion, urging all to tread the path of love and kindness toward all sentient beings.